What's up, Goodfoot? Yeah. Let those drinks kick in. Or whatever. This time of year, you notice a lot of people just like all around you just sneezing. Just, for no reason and that kind of stuff. Well, there's a reason. People got allergies and everything like that. We're all seem to be allergic to something. I'm allergic to Dennis Rodman going to North Korea. Starting madness. To the point, they want to nuke us. Oh yeah. Some of you guys are like, oh really? Yeah, they're really upset. They want to nuke us. He went over there and did something. And I started thinking about now, why did we let him go over there? Because back in the day, a long time ago when he was playing, he had a reputation for getting in the opponent's head and starting trouble and getting technical fouls, and getting kicked out the game. But since he's been back, you haven't heard very much from him or anything like that, right? I think the Secret Service must have got hold of him or something and took him to Guantanamo Bay, where he's waiting for a trial date that may never happen. Who knows? Things happen. People get missing. But there's so many different variations of sneezes. Last week I did an examination of laughter, and we've got to have something to kind of classify these things. I heard a couple of sneezes here tonight. I sneezed earlier today. I didn't expect it, but it happens. There's a sneeze that people do, I don't understand, but is real. It's a grammatically correct sneeze. The person, they'll go, achoo! They pronounce it. It's spelled correctly, ah-chew. Now, any other sneeze, you can't spell it, but they are grammatically correct with ah-chew. Just got to point these things out. Yeah, so got my thinking cap on here. There's times when there's people around you and you don't want to spray them down. So you try to block it, right? You try to hold it inside. That's the internal implosion combustion sneeze. You just keep it inside. Your eyes bulge and your ears pop. There's the backbreaker sneeze. For some reason, whatever you do, it gets your back. But your back just goes like you were in a car wreck, like you got whiplash or something like that. Come on, somebody knows what I'm talking about. That backbreaker sneeze. You sneeze and you go, why is my back hurting? Why did I throw my back out with that sneeze? You got the tease sneeze. You know the tease sneeze. And it never happens. The tease sneeze. Don't you hate that? Do you hate that? And then there's the surprise sneeze. Out of nowhere. You don't get the chance to cover up or anything like that. Snot out your nose and spit everybody's face. Just this is a surprise sneeze. Just comes up on you like that. And then of course there's the demonic possession sneeze. There's different variations of that, but it's a family show, so. I went to, at work today, they had emergency preparedness training. Makes you think, if it's an earthquake, what are you supposed to do? And all of that. They had all the stuff by the book, which you're supposed to, the first thing that comes to my mind is run. But you're not supposed to always do that. But they say that they originally changed the forecast. If there's a tsunami here or an earthquake, and there's a high likelihood that might happen, they said that we're supposed to not only, before they were saying we should have 2 to 3 days of food and water and all that stuff. Now they're saying 2 to 3 weeks of food and water. And if you're poor like me, it's like, come on. I barely get food for tomorrow. I don't know where my meal's coming from tomorrow. What do you want me to do? Right? So I'm thinking, I gotta think practical. I gotta think of something different. What I figured out, and y'all might take a note of this. You wanna make sure during any kind of crisis like that you have a BFF, I think. A best fat friend forever. I think I left the F out. A best fat friend. Now I'm fat, okay, but you want to get some. If you're fat, you know you want somebody fatter. Because if something goes down, and we're laughing now, but if something goes down, the person that's healthy, they're gonna know how to get the food, right? You're gonna be laughing and you're gonna say, "Hey, can I get some food?" No, you were laughing at me. You called me fat. Screw you. I'm not giving you any food. And that person is going to stay fat and plump because they know how to get the food. Now I'm thinking, like, who would be the best BFFF? For me, you know who I want? I'd want Meatloaf. Celebrity Apprentice Crazy Meatloaf. Would you want him as your best friend? Don't touch my food! You don't want to F with me. You have to get him, Meatloaf. That's right, we a team, right? Yeah. Have him, he'd be go killing cows for you. Let's get a steak. Boom, boom, yeah. Oh, Meatloaf. I think about, you think about the apocalypse, you think about death and everything like that. And sometimes I think about, when I die, what would I like to come back as? And I start thinking, you know, why not a rabbit? A rabbit. I want to come back as a rabbit because, you know, blank like a rabbit. And if the person next to you didn't get it, might whisper in their ear later. But when the spring comes around, I don't know if you ever you got the windows open because it's a little bit warmer and everything like that, and you hear like the cats. You feel like feline pornography in the neighborhood. You go, man, what's going on out there? They got a party going on out there. And you can't sleep. You tossing and turning, you're thinking, man, what's it like to be a cat? And you're thinking, wow, you know, are they doing it doggy style? No, they're cats. They can't be doing it doggy style. So you're curious, you go up to the blind, you start looking out, trying to figure out why they're having so much fun. And you're at home alone. Okay, everybody's maybe heard about this already in the news, and I'll close on this. But you heard that Subway is being sued because their footlongs aren't a foot long. They're less than a foot. You hear about that? They're being sued. Yeah, Subway is being sued. And I started thinking, wow, if they're successful with this lawsuit, you're gonna have like all kind of women going to court complaining about their men. Your Honor, he said when he said he was at least 6 inches long. He's not over 3.5. And you know what? If you got a woman judge, she's gonna agree to you. You're absolutely right. Boom. Guilty. Pay up. I hear a few ladies laughing out there. Of course, they're laughing in the audience. The guys got really quiet. Oh, shit. I'm David Little. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a good time. Love you, good foot. Woo! You must really think I'm little, huh? David Little!
Hi, everybody. What's up?
Can everybody see me? I'm like the only black dude here tonight, so we got to turn the lights up so you can find me. Don't want to lose me here. I don't want to be lost. How you doing tonight? Good fun? Are we alive? Surviving? Yeah, try to do a little better than that. Yeah. My name is David Little, but to the women that I want to sleep with, my name is No. To the women that I really, really, really want to get with, sleep with, and do it, they call me Hell No. You ever been shot in the heart by Cupid? And, oh man, it's kind of bittersweet. You're like, oh man, okay. Finally found a chick that won't say no. You know, that's kind of exciting. You know, haven't had any in a long time. Kind of hungry. You know. Only problem is, she don't say no to other guys either. God damn, Cupid. Oh man. Bittersweet. Bleeding heart. That's how it goes. Well, anyway, they say laughter is like a good medicine. It's like it releases endorphins and things like that. So some people compare it to sex. So why don't we have an orgy tonight? Safe laughter. I got my cap on. You guys make sure you're protected. Don't want you leaving here tonight, you know, itching and stuff. That damn David, itching? What's up with that? Gave me something. I don't know what it was. There is a thing here where, as a comedian, you can play the comedian card. What is the comedian card? People play the gender card, the race card, and everything. What is the comedian card? Comedian card is when you can, like, you know, you can tell your girl, you know, woman friend or whatever, you know, hey, you know, you're cooking. Why doesn't the dog even eat your cooking? What's up with that? I'm just kidding, honey. I'm just kidding. Play the kid, play a comedian card. You might even say, honey, is that a maternity dress you have on? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But she spits in your food, you don't know it. And then she, you know, but then when they give it back to you, it's a little bitter pill. What'd you say, honey? You said, what size bra do I wear for my man boobs? Now you're not a comedian, so I think you really meant that. That hurt my feelings. Last week in the news, there was anybody hear about the sinkhole? This different places around the country and around the world, they're just sinkholes. That'd be like me standing here talking to you, and all of a sudden I just get swallowed up by the ground. Just, where'd he go? You know. Another thing that happened to me too, and I put this together. This is going somewhere. I was at a bus stop. Anybody ever taken the public transit or seen people like me taking public transit? Standing there on the corner innocently, really early in the morning, nowhere to go, nothing, and the car just rolls up on you. Oh man, who's this coming up on me? Am I gonna get jacked or what? And all of a sudden this pretty fine lady comes out the car with heels. 5:30 in the morning, I'm going to work. She walks up to me and gives me Jehovah's Witness literature. I'm like, oh, you got me. There's no card. I couldn't run, and I'm not gonna run. She's like, you know, looking pretty hot, you know, in a church way, you know, and so I couldn't run, you know. So I started thinking, you know, if they really wanted to do something with recruiting folks for religion or whatever their church, you know, there needs to be some kind of catastrophic incident that happens, you know, something like maybe a meteorite kind of lands down on Wall Street and like gets rid of all the bad guys, and then poor people have money and stuff like that, and then they can say the Lord, see the Lord is good, right? You know, the Lord made that happen, you know. Wall Street is gone. The greedy folks are, God made that happen. Because when you're in a sinkhole or something like that, you know, people for some reason, especially atheists, you know, they get religion all of a sudden. Oh my God, oh please, Jesus Christ! You know, and then if they live, then they go, man, I wasn't scared. What are you talking about? There's no God. What? No, man, we got the videotape of you saying, Lord Jesus. You said, oh my God. We got you on tape. I think that, you know, the way the economy is going, if, you know, the bottom falls out and the dollar, you know, isn't worth all its value and all of that, and something happens, I think one day we might, who knows, we might be faced with a barter economy. In other words, you trade stuff. So like I'd be like, hey bartender, can I get another beer? I got no money, but you know, we don't use money. Everybody just giving you stuff now because the dollar's no good, man. So how much beer can I get for this? No? I don't know. Can I get a drink for my my Jordan hoodie? Silence. But if it gets to that, what if you had to trade stuff? What if you had to trade stuff? And what if they accepted it? They, yeah, David, that's just the way it is, you know, barter economy and everything like that. You know, you go out, get drunk, walk out buck naked because you done given all your clothes away. And you're buck naked, man. They took it all, man. You're walking down the street, you know. Woo, woo, cop pull over. Where they take you? Not the motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. They take you. You will be sheltered, right? You're going to be sheltered at the jail, right? Buck naked. Who knows what'll happen? You might get the sex, but not what you plan. You know? If you're like me, you got poor friends. They're not going to get you out. They're not going to be able to come and get you out. They give you like KY jelly and a Bible and say, bless you, David. Hope you make it, man. You ain't got no money to bail you out. You're just there, man. And they'll give you clothes too. So, barter economy. I hope it doesn't get to that. But you never know. Anyway, okay. Thank you for your attention and love you good foot. Have a good night.
Sitting there just waiting. Next up, we're going to have Mr. David Little's going to come up and tell some jokes for y'all.
I learned even when I'm out there or listening, when you were announcing, we had three ladies that kind of kicked everything off. And I was like, yeah! I said, it's about time, you know, ladies represent, you know, I love the ladies, you know. And then he said something that kind of made me pause a little bit. He said, all their names start with a K. Three of them. K, and I was like, I wanted to clap, but I think it's kind of what some folks are going through on the East Coast, because Anthony Weiner, you heard of him? He's running for mayor in New York. And so, how do feminists feel about him? You know, if he wins, they're going to have to say, you know, Mayor Weiner. And we know he's had some Weiner problems. A lot of us have. He's dealing with that in a very public way. Not easy for folks to do, and I just hope he does the right thing. If he has a son, that he gives him an appropriate name. You know? Not like Tiny Tim or nothing like that, you know? Something like Big something, you know? Cute, you know, we want But yeah. But I just wonder how the feminists would kind of, they probably kind of react, kind of how I was to like KKK. It's like, Mayor Weiner. Anyway, no, I love you ladies, y'all are great. I was sitting there and I was, anybody ever have a bad hair day? No? Obviously I do. You see I got my cap on here. You know how you can tell when you get ready to have when you have a bad hair day? Your hair kind of like talks to you. It sounds like the jungle. Even before or after you kind of comb it and brush it, it's like, ooh, 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 ooh. You even got some elephant naps up in there. Just wear the cap. Just wear the cap. Don't fight it. It's dangerous in the jungle. Put the cap on. Good to go. I was sitting and I take public transit, which many of you will probably know when you hear me talk. And this lady, she was texting, and I was sitting at the chair over there getting ready to speak, and I was taking some notes, and I was using the candlelight. And I just started thinking, you know, they say, you know, don't drink and drive, don't be drunk while you're driving. And I started thinking, you know what? Maybe sometimes we shouldn't be drunk when we're drinking. Because I started thinking, you know, I wonder if anybody's ever been really wasted and they accidentally drank that candle wax at your table. Come on now, think about it. Think about it. Really wasted, hammered, and this is kind of glowing, man. It look kind of tasty. Maybe I'll like, you know. And you take a sip of that. Now, if you're a lady, you're probably going to be like, you know, ah! If you're a dude, we kind of like more cerebral. We try to like bite the bullet, so to speak, you know. We probably like, a delayed reaction. Candle wax, what would that be like? Well, I don't mean to ruin your drinks. That should increase drinks, you know. Folks want to, hey, I'll give you something real. Candle wax. Anyway, I do public transportation, and you know, everybody's been nationwide, been kind of on edge and stuff like that, because I don't know. I kind of like it's like the gangster stuff kind of came to me. I didn't go to it. I always wear a dark jacket. I wear a hoodie sometime, you know. And you know, I roll with the bags. You've been here a couple of weeks, you see I roll with my bags. Recycled, mind you. This is Earth Day, right? So I you know, I got the bags and everything. But the only problem with it is that right now everybody's kind of got a heightened sense of alert and urgency and stuff like that. So right now, I'm like a star on my own security surveillance channel. Security surveillance is like on me everywhere I go. I went to take the Max today, and all of a sudden, right after the door closes, somebody must have pushed a button or something, because it said, beware of anyone that's suspicious or suspicious behavior. Right after I got on there. And I started listening for that ride, because I go out to Beaverton, and that message did not repeat itself. You know? So when I go out, I wear this. It's kind of like a bagless, not a necklace, but a bagless. I am not a terrorist. I wear this when I go out. Another thing, you say, what's it like to be the star of your own reality surveillance security show? Well, let me tell you, it's kind of like going to the airport, TSA. You got to move really, you got to like give yourself a couple of hours, because you know you might be detained. I've been on the Max, and you know they stop the train, and security dog comes through. You know, I don't have a problem with security. You can check the bag. I've got nothing to hide. My only problem is the security guard. If security dog tries to eat my bagel. tries to eat my lunch and it hasn't had his lunch break yet. That happened to me one time. I was in Washington Park. The dog came out of nowhere, came and just took my bagel and just ran off with it. I started to report it to the canine unit, but few people got that. Okay. Thank you. Also, I move slow. I gotta move slow because, you know, the gun legislation didn't pass. Congress in its infinite stupidity did not pass background checks. So we got a lot of crazy people out there that are packing heat. You know, so if I move too fast, you know, I might just get caps busted all up inside of me. You see David, why is David wobbling like that? Oh, I think he's been shot. But turn the camera off of him surveilling him. Let's call 911. Another reason, another thing, what it's like to be the star of your own security surveillance channel is you tend to walk with your hands up in the air. Now you're not on the dance floor, so you're not waving them like you just don't care. You care. So your hands are kind of up on high, generally, most of the time. And you're also aware of sounds that are up in the sky. In fact, it's kind of a little paranoia. You'd be like, look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It ain't Superman. It's a drone, man. I'm David Little. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Good Foot. Love you.